Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the rise and fall of Karen Mulder, the girl who was abused by the entire fashion industry. But first, let me quickly ask you all for a huge favor. Most of you watching this video right now are not subscribed, so please consider subscribing. It would really help us out. Thanks so much. Now let's get into the video. Number 1. Growing up. Born in the Netherlands on December 2nd, 1970, Karen Mulder grew up in the small town of Vlaardingen. As a child, she was an incredibly quiet and artistic girl. If any childhood pics exist, they will be added here. She spent most of her time drawing and doodling rather than hanging out with friends or playing sports. When she was 13, she started attending a performing arts high school in nearby Rotterdam. It was during this time that she developed an interest in acting and fashion modeling. Number 2. The contest. At age 16, she entered a local modeling contest, which she had no intention of winning. In fact, she didn't even think she'd make it into the finals, but to her surprise, she won the whole thing. This earned her a spot in the elite model management agency, which led to her moving to Paris and beginning her modeling career. If any footage exists of the contest, it will be added here. Number 3. Rise to fame. After being scouted by top designers such as Christian Dior, Versace, and Chanel, Karen became an overnight sensation in the fashion industry. She graced countless magazine covers and became one of the most recognizable faces of the 90s. Designers loved her long legs and slender body, while photographers appreciated her quirky poses and ability to stay still for hours at a time. She landed major contracts with Guess, among many others, and appeared in over 200 magazine covers throughout her career. And if any photos exist from her early days, they will be added here. Number 4. The Barbie of fashion. In the early 90s, supermodels were just becoming a thing. And with names like Cindy Crawford, Naomi Campbell, Linda Evangelista, and Christy Turlington dominating the scene, there was definitely enough room for another face to join the squad. Because of her elegant demeanor and high fashion appeal, Karen Mulder became known as the Barbie of fashion, but behind the scenes, she was far from a plastic doll. If any photos exist of Karen with the other supermodels, they will be added here. Number 5. Friendships and tensions. Although Karen got along with most of the supermodels, she wasn't really close to any of them. There was always some kind of tension or rivalry present whenever they appeared together on the catwalk. However, she did become quite friendly with fellow Dutch model and actress Doots and Kroos. They were often seen laughing backstage at shows and events. Here is a picture of them together. Number 6. Love life. Throughout the 90s, Karen was linked to a number of high-profile men, including French actor and director Jean-Yves Le Fur. Together, the couple attended countless parties and events, always seeming to be in love's blissful bubble. Sadly, they broke up in 2002. Here's a photo of the two together. Number 7. Karen's claims. In 1997, Karen gave an interview in which she made explosive claims about the fashion industry. She alleged that the designers, photographers, and directors subjected her to physical and psychological abuse. According to Karen, they forced her to lose weight through extreme dieting and exercise, kept her confined to hotel rooms while she worked, and isolated her from the outside world. While no one knows whether these allegations are true or false, it's undeniable that the fashion industry was quick to brush them off as attention-seeking behavior. Number 8. Depression. After hearing the allegations, her friend and mentor, Yvonne Klein, visited her home to check up on her. Upon arrival, she found Karen sitting on a chair staring blankly ahead. Karen hadn't moved or spoken for days. Yvonne immediately took her to a psychiatrist, who diagnosed her with depression. Karen was placed under psychiatric treatment, which seemed to do the trick because she soon returned to work and continued modeling for several years. If any photos exist of Karen during this time, they will be added here. Number 9. Live TV. On April 1998, Karen appeared live on French TV show 3615. Without warning, she began accusing Chanel of abusing her and other young models when they traveled to Dublin for a photo shoot. She said the Irish staff chained the girls to chairs, forcing them to pose as sex dolls. She also accused designers of supplying her with drugs and alcohol, and photographers of locking her in dark rooms while they took pictures. Her actions shocked the entire nation and caused an uproar in the fashion industry. Number 10. Contracts gone. Following her televised breakdown, Karen's contracts began disappearing. First, it was Chanel, then Guess, and eventually everyone she had ever worked with dropped her. All her bookings were canceled, and she was replaced by younger, more marketable models. Even her modeling agency, Elite, cut ties with her. She was devastated, confused, and utterly alone. And if any pictures exist of the aftermath, they will be added here. Number 11. A moment of truth. With no money coming in and bills piling up, Karen was forced to move back in with her parents. She was too ashamed to explain what had happened to her modeling career, so she simply told her family that she had retired. Unbeknownst to her, though, the media had been following her every move. They caught her entering her family home and published pictures of the event in the Daily Mail. The article read, "A fallen star in tatters," detailing her troubled state and questionable decisions. Number 12. Trying to come back. After a few months of solitude, Karen decided to try and make a comeback. She booked a few small jobs here and there and even walked the runway for Chanel again. But her heart wasn't really in it. She knew her time in the spotlight was over and struggled to adapt to life after fame. She said, "I can't imagine anything worse than being photographed now. I don't want to be famous anymore." Here are a couple of pictures of her at this time. Number 13, memories fade. Nowadays, Karen lives a very quiet life in France with her sister and 3 children. Although she's mostly retired from the public eye, she occasionally attends fashion shows and events. But when she does, photographers capture pictures of her only to publish them in magazines and newspapers. These days, most people forget she even exists. Her face no longer graces magazine covers and her name doesn't come up in Google searches. To the fashion industry, she's nothing more than a has-been. But to the people who know her personally, she's a beloved friend and sister who just needed some time away from the limelight. Number 14. Family and strains. Karen has one older sister named Monique, who she says is her best friend. The two were incredibly close growing up, and Monique was the only person who knew about Karen's struggles with anorexia. Monique has always supported her sister's endeavors and has been by her side through thick and thin. The sisters still live together in the same house where they grew up. Number 15. Hidden talents. Apart from modeling, Karen was also interested in photography and painting. She enjoyed capturing moments on camera and would spend hours developing film in the darkroom. She was also a talented artist who could draw anything she saw. Her drawings were so realistic that people thought they were photographs. She used to say, "I love being behind the camera. It gives me a chance to express myself without having to say anything." Number 16. Industry silence. The fashion industry has never addressed Karen's allegations directly, leaving many people to wonder whether she was telling the truth or making it all up for attention. Some believe that she was abused, while others argue that she was never popular enough to be abused by the industry. Regardless of what actually happened, one thing is for sure, the fashion industry didn't take her allegations seriously. And number 17, quiet life. These days, Karen lives a very quiet life away from the bright lights and flashing cameras. She spends most of her time at home with her family or wandering around the French countryside. She says, "I'm happy living in the background. I don't need to be famous to be happy." That concludes our list of the top 17 facts about Karen Mulder. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and come back soon for another interesting video.